don't hate Young Sheldon, but I don't like it very much. So
You didn't friggin'. I don't understand why you're just so judgmental about Young Sheldon, because like you haven't even seen it, and and yet like your main line of defense going into this argument, you said like, I just don't understand why they felt the need to go, oh, there's this character from The Big Bang Theory, let's make him younger. It's like, well, it's a prequel. It's like, this is how he became Sheldon. This is where he found out about Bazinga. That's
they chose to
fascinating.
milk a show that ended with like 7 seasons of just one of the guys being young.
Yes, because he's the main character, and he had a tragic backstory, and
Tragic.
yeah, his dad died, and
Oh well,
like,
I never even watched The Big Bang Theory, so what do I know for
so
like
like,
really?
okay, wait, let's see. So Young Sheldon started in 2017. The Big Bang Theory ended in 2019. So like, it was still going on. It was like it's like a novelty. It's like, oh, you can see what Sheldon had going on when he was young, and it's like, it's just like a little novelty
Spoilers.
thing. Yeah, and yeah, I just don't understand why you're so judgmental about it.
I not judgmental. I have my own opinion, and I just don't think that it's all that great
Yeah, your opinion based on what?
based on the clips off of TikTok. I
Which is not clips that are
which
picked out and curated and put to music and adding
what
shaky effects that like
what?
are like edits and stuff.
No no
Edits.
no 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 no. No, like clips of the show that they just repost onto TikTok. All those
Okay, so
stupid
okay, so
bot
like
accounts that just
okay, so like
basically illegally repost the whole entire like series.
you
And they do that with
I
movies too.
I
Like Young
guarantee you.
Sheldon isn't the only thing that's on TikTok that they just repost. Like I saw probably the movie Jarhead.
Yeah.
I basically knew the whole entire plot before actually watching the movie just based off TikTok clips.
Okay, that's a however long movie, like a however many hour long, 1 hour to, or 1 hour 50, 2 hour, however the heck long that is. That's a movie versus
Yeah.
a 7 season 141 episode show. So like,
Yeah.
you've seen a lot of
And
clips, but like, I
w-
guarantee you have not seen. It's like looking up like a best of this character moment on YouTube of a certain character of a certain show, and then being like, I don't like what I'm seeing of this character in this thing. This show sucks. When it's like, no, they have plenty
I
going on, and other than the clips that they decided to post on here.
I
So
get
like,
what you're saying,
yeah,
but I get what you're saying, but it scales because I saw Jarhead clips for a little, a certain amount of time on TikTok, and then they kind of just like fell to the wayside and just went away like forever. I haven't seen any since. But Young Sheldon clips I've seen for the past, you know, like 3 years. Like every single other time I go on TikTok, Young Sheldon clip. Constantly there's Young Sheldon clips like all over the place, whether I like it or not. On TikTok, YouTube, Instagram Reels sometimes, lesser on the Reels, but like mainly TikTok and sometimes YouTube. And
okay,
it's been going on like forever
okay,
because
so
there's so much content
okay, so tell
to
me,
repost
okay, so
onto
tell me
TikTok.
this, based on this, it's based on the fact that you've seen the entire series. What what don't you like about it? What is like the thing where you're like, man, I just don't get the hype. Like, what is it?
I just I can't pinpoint one
I
thing.
can't even say. It's just
Ask
like
me what
almost
I
as if I don't like. I am perfectly fine with it.
And just sticking to my point. Like, yeah.
ask me about anything and I'll give you the exact same answer. I can't give you like a specific
Exactly.
exact
You're
thing.
so adamant about Young Sheldon being horrible, but I'm like, you can't even tell me why it's horrible or why you don't like it,
I
at
don't
the least.
enjoy
At the
Young
yeah,
Sheldon as a
okay.
character. I
Okay.
don't I
But
think his brother's story was kind of funny
okay.
and whatever
What
else. His
about
dad's kind of
Misty?
cool. Missy's kind of a brat sometimes. Like she's all right, I guess, because like I saw like one clip where she was like, I don't know, like actually like a boss when his dad died or whatever, but that's like as it's finally ending just now. The rest of them, I don't know. Young Sheldon's just like it's overplayed how like he like quote unquote like
How young
genius
he
but
is.
also dumb he is. Like he's completely oblivious to everything going on basically
That's
because
his
he's a
character.
genius. And
But he also
I don't know. I it's not like I hate Young Sheldon or anything. It's not a show that I think I'm like, oh, this is the best show of all time. I'm just like, I wouldn't watch it.
Okay.
I wouldn't watch seven seasons of the same thing. Young Sheldon going, you guys want to play games with me? No, you're a nerd and you're a genius. And he's like, I am a genius. Anyways,
That
Bazinga
is
or
not
whatever.
every episode.
Like,
I freaking guarantee you that's not every episode.
Yeah,
Like,
probably
it's
because I
not.
never even watched an episode.
Yeah.
All I've seen is what I've
But
watched
what
on
I'm
TikTok.
saying is
So
that
it just
what I'm
makes me
saying is that
dislike
what I
it.
am saying is that you are basing your disliking for the show on a false thing, and it's not. You
It's
are
not even
like
that I like hate it.
I said dislike.
like
I said
I
dislike.
just
I said
I'm just like
dislike
meh.
because it's a
Meh.
tame
I'm not
thing.
gonna I don't really feel
Okay,
like watching
my
it.
point is that you're so adamant to be like, I mentioned Young Sheldon, and you act like I just like mentioned an enemy. You're like, ugh, Young Sheldon.
Ugh. Yeah,
Eh.
because it's
And
like
it's just like
Young
it's like,
Sheldon for real. Like
but it's like you don't have to be like that.
it's
You
not
ever
even
think
that
about how Young
serious.
Sheldon
It was
feels?
never that serious.
Well, it wasn't that serious yet. You have to constantly like it isn't just like you. Okay,
It's
the thing.
turned in, it's blown itself out of proportion to be the like funniest joke of all time.
Wait, you said
like
you said
angry
you
when I
said-
just
you
like
said-
bring up
you
the fact
said-
that I
you
don't
said-
like
you
enjoy
you
to the max Young Sheldon.
You said like I can't even remember what I was gonna say because you guys were talking for so long. You were like, no, okay, it wasn't even like a thing where you're like, I just don't like. I don't feel it because like there are things that I enjoy, or not even that I enjoy. There are things that like I get that where like you'll be like, and I'll be like, okay, but like you are so weirdly adamant to like explain yourself or like why you don't like Young Sheldon
Because
when
you,
it's like you are literally a TikTok kid who like who just like
Oh, I don't know what you keep
it's because every time like I'm
my
like
brain is
it's all
dying.
right. You're
I'm
like,
developing
but
a
why?
disorder because I'm on TikTok all the time.
You're so
it's like-
adamant to get to the bottom of why I'm just meh. With Young
because
Sheldon.
whenever I say like I don't even know what I say whenever you say I don't like Young Sheldon. Oh no, I'll joke about Young Sheldon. I'm not even like a Young Sheldon fan. I'll make a joke. I'll say Bazinga and then say Young Sheldon, and then you'll be like, Young Sheldon. Gross.
It's just like
and then I'll be like,
it's like I'm like Bazinga, Young Sheldon. What happened to Sheldon? Sheldon
it's
just
still
done
the same
now?
person.
I know,
It's
but
the
why
same
Young
person.
Sheldon
It's the same person.
specifically?
It's the same person.
Why is
Whenever
Young
you,
Sheldon
whenever,
specifically,
whenever
bro?
you go,
Specifically Young Sheldon, why?
Whenever you go,
Like, he's-
whenever people make reference to like Attack of the Clones and they go, I don't like sand, or you're like, oh, why young Anakin? No,
That's
you
a terrible
you
example.
Separate. No, it's not. No, it is not.
How does that
It
make
is
any
not.
sense?
Because like what I'm saying is that whenever I say Young Sheldon and I say something, you're like, Young Sheldon. But if I go like, if I make you say like why you said why Young Sheldon, why not just Sheldon? It's the same character. So if I go like, oh, Anakin, and I say that thing, that's Darth freaking Vader, and it's like that's just a fact. It's the same.
I see
character.
Darth Vader. Okay, it's the same character, but I see Darth Vader as a separate, Anakin Skywalker.
That's your fault. Because
I'm not even.
Character.
I don't
It's
hate
canon.
Anakin Skywalker or
canon.
Darth Vader.
Well, I never said you did. You are putting freaking words in my mouth right now, and I never said that that it was.
What's the point?
What do you
What
mean?
is your
What's the
point
point?
here?
I don't know. You base your hatred.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm
based
arguing
on
it anymore.
You base your hatred for Young Sheldon based on TikTok. You TikTok kid.
Yeah,
and it's sickening.
I've seen
people,
enough of Young Sheldon.
No, you haven't. I promise you.
It's like when you watch a Game Grumps compilation, you get a general gist for what Game Grumps is.
Well, guess how many
You know,
Game Grumps compilations leave out the moments in the videos where I go, "Oh, that moment made me laugh so hard," and it wasn't in the Game Grumps compilation. Oh, now I got to search through all these hundreds of episodes that are good on their own because the
But-
Game Grumps compilation is 30 minutes of a 12-hour series, and it cut down the best bits, but it left out even the greater bits. And I think the thing is,
I never
okay,
said there wasn't
okay,
greater
okay.
bits, but what I'm saying is the highlights of Young Sheldon that they show on TikTok
Yeah.
is it's not that great. So I'm like, the rest of the
Okay.
show is probably also not that great, if not even less great.
Okay. Well, guess what?
What?
You are what?
I just want to know what you're gonna say.
You are you okay. You are wrong because
I'm not the wrong one. You're
I'm
the
not
wrong
one. I promise
You are not the wrong one.
promise you that if you were to watch a season of because you are so stuck in your ways that if you
Yeah.
watched a season of Young Sheldon, you'd be like, it was like mid, and like it wouldn't.
But what if
you
it
wouldn't-
was mid?
But what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't?
But
I
what if
will
it-
watch.
What if I watched it and I
will
thought it
watch
was mid,
season 1
and
of
I
Young
said that,
Sheldon.
you'd be like, oh, you're just saying
I wouldn't
it's
trust
mid.
you. I wouldn't
Yeah.
trust you. I wouldn't trust you. I would. Okay.
Specifically.
Okay, again, my thing is that it's not even the fact what what is funny.
I the whole conversation, but continue.
What do you mean the whole conversation?
It's not funny.
It isn't funny. Okay, no, this is for real. This is real life. This isn't a joke. It's
I'm like, I like Star Wars. You're like, I hate Star Wars. Wait, no.
It's like it's okay. My deal is that again, it isn't a thing because there are things that like we both watched that I watched that that I've watched or that you've watched, but specifically with you that I've watched that we've talked about, and you've just been like, eh. And I'm not like, what? But again, I'm like, I can respect opinions, but my problem with what? Stop
I'm
laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at where this conversation is going.
Okay, well, keep laughing, Chucklehead, because I got more.
Okay.
It's like, okay.
Chucklehead.
That's just now registered with you.
Sorry.
12 seconds. I said it.
Sorry.
I said it. I said Chucklehead, and I was like, I guess you didn't find that one funny. And I just kept on going. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So there are things that I've watched in that and that you've been like about, and I've been like, okay, whatever. I like it. That's fine. And the funniest thing is, I haven't even watched. I've seen like the first episode of Young Sheldon, so I'm just being a good Samaritan and having a good attitude about a show that a lot of people put time and effort into. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, friggin', I'm like, okay, I may again. I just make reference to Young Sheldon. I'll say like that kid looks like Young Sheldon, and you'll be like, eh. And then and then I'm like, why did you react like that? Then you're like,
I've seen so many clips on TikTok, and it's just like not like why'd they have to make Young Sheldon, bruh?
and it's like it's so
Love your voice,
your disliking for Young Sheldon feels so
Bruh.
unwarranted. That
So what you're
it's
telling
kind
me
of
is you've never
aggravating.
seen all of Young Sheldon. You've only seen an episode.
That was clear from the beginning. Yes. I've been very vocal about that.
And huh?
Yeah, I've been vocal about the fact that I haven't seen all of it.
I thought you meant like you haven't seen all of it, but you've seen like a majority of it. That's like that was my impression of what you meant by that, but you've only seen a single episode of Young Sheldon.
A single episode, and also like you said, clips, but like again,
So I'm arguing about Young Sheldon with a person who's seen roughly, probably in terms of minutes, the exact same amount of Young Sheldon as I have seen.
Yeah. And what I'm saying,
That's crazy.
it's not crazy. And what I'm saying is that shut up. And what I'm saying is that it's not. It's like you are literally so you give me crap about being a hater about things. You're the
What?
biggest hater for Young Sheldon. I'll be like, man, I don't really think that this game is like my thing. You're such a hater, bruh. Why are you a hater? And then you over here dissing Young Sheldon, saying it doesn't make sense, and it isn't like good when you haven't seen all of it, and you are just like hating on it. A show that like people put time, effort, and
I'm not
and
undermining
all that into
the
it.
time and effort that anyone who's worked on Young Sheldon has put into it. I'm just saying, personally, it's just not for me. Like I wouldn't go out of my way to watch all seven.
Okay, now
six,
here's the
seven?
thing.
How many
Seven.
seasons?
Seven. Now here's the thing.
All 7 seasons
Now-
of
now here-
Young Sheldon.
Now here's the thing. You're downplaying it now. You're downplaying it. Now you're choosing the path of peace, and you're like,
What?
like,
How is that the path of peace? I
because-
said exactly what I
because-
said
no,
like 10 minutes ago.
No, because now you're like,
I wouldn't like go out of my way to watch it. I don't know. It's like whatever, but
That's
like
before that,
I'm going to go through this recording.
beforehand, you were talking about how it's unnecessary, how it's not funny, and how it's not like good, and
I don't
like,
think I'm gonna go back through the recording just to
Should we
see
post
what I
this?
said. Are we posting this?
should we? Should I edit it and then upload it? The Great Young Sheldon debate.
I don't know. I mean, we could. I'll listen
Bazinga.
through it and see how like actually.
No, you
crazy,
better send
how
this to
funny
me. I
it
need to
is.
hear this.
We'll see. But
Oh my gosh! But yeah, you're
I
choosing the
just-
path of peace now and downplaying the fact that you like don't like the show and doing what I have no issue with.
I downplayed it from the start. It was never that serious. I even said that like I said that like 7 minutes ago. I said it's not that.
You said when we were first arguing about it, like
there's there's the Big Bang Theory, and then like there's like one of the main characters, but younger. Like that's so unnecessary.
I just
that,
don't.
That is like
I didn't like.
But now you're like, it's just not
I'm
for
just
me.
trying to
And
use
I'm
that
cool with
to like
further emphasize your point.
Yeah, emphasize my point that I'm I'm not. I've never even watched The Big Bang Theory itself. So why would me not? I don't hate The Big Bang Theory because I've never seen it. There's nothing to hate there, but it's just like, why would I go out of my way to watch Young Sheldon if it's like I've seen enough of it. All I ever see on TikTok is 90% Young Sheldon, and that's a grave exaggeration, but still, to prove my point. It's
exaggerated
just
point. Okay.
like, you know, like I don't know. Maybe I'm going too far just for the sake of debate, but
yeah.
Yeah, you are going too far for the sake of debate.
Shut up.
Idiot.
Shut up. Keep talking.
You piece of garbage.
Yeah.
You absolute buffoon. You small-minded, imbecile piece of idiotic. Stupid.
Yeah. Perfectly nailed it there, buddy. Oh my gosh. You suck. Just freaking ease up on the boy, okay?
Okay, I'll step off Young Sheldon.
Okay, if I
have
mention
no quarrel
Young
with
Sheldon, you sure act like
it's-
you have a quarrel with him because when I mention him, you
for the
roll his
sake of-
eyes.
For the sake of funny joke.
It's not funny because
it's a casual.
I'll say a
I
funny
hate Young Sheldon,
I'll say
but
a
I
funny
don't
joke,
hate
but
Young
you don't
Sheldon.
say it in a
I
funny
just-
way. You literally act like I just bothered you. You act like I just like ruined your day when I like mention Young Sheldon. You're like, like
It's
really? I'm eating here. Like you act like you act like
it's
that.
sarcasm.
Well,
Do I
it's not
sound
good
that
sarcasm.
serious?
Yeah, because what
Like,
happens is you go like,
I guess.
I
well,
hate Young
good.
Sheldon,
I mean, I don't
and then you
know.
go like,
I don't know. What's
Bruh,
good
I just
sarcasm?
I just don't get it.
Question.
and then you like go on your tirade about why you don't get it. Oh my gosh! But yeah, you're
For the
wrong.
record, I don't hate Young Sheldon at all.
Oh, now you don't hate him, really?
No.
You don't hate him now?
In full 100% genuine, I don't hate Young Sheldon.
Then why didn't you
For the
say
meme,
that? We
I'm
wouldn't be.
like, Young
Oh,
Sheldon.
for
Young
the
Sheldon
meme.
sucks.
For the meme. Oh, absolutely. I can
but
do anything for the meme.
that doesn't change the fact that I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch all of Young Sheldon.
Well, why
Maybe
not?
for the sake of a video or something, I'd be like, okay, I'll watch an episode just to
An
see
episode, really?
how much
Now we
how
gotta
much
watch
better
an
it is
episode.
than I thought it would have
We
been.
gotta watch an episode now.
But yeah. Anyways, what's your?
Yeah. I'm dying to know what this question is.
Mike, I don't know how to phrase the question because it's like, why? What made you like want to
What?
defend Young Sheldon so bad? Like, what
Okay.
made you like the defender of Young
I've
Sheldon?
explained it literally. I think okay.
Like,
the
where did this
reason
all
why-
start?
It all started because you're being a little brat and you were like you were I joked about Young Sheldon I name dropped Young Sheldon. Sheldon Cooper Young got a name drop in a conversation. And I went like,
Sheldon.
yeah, something Young Sheldon, blah blah blah. And then you're like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, what? And then you're like,
I feel like okay, Young Sheldon is like okay, hear me out. It isn't even like why does it need to be a thing, bruh?
and then I'm like, what? I don't know. And then you're like,
It like Sheldon isn't even like that good of a character, bruh. Like his brother had like a lot of different things going on, bro, that I'd much rather watch. And like
That's a true
basically
statement.
okay. But my point is the reason why I was the defender for Young Sheldon is because
Yeah, because Bazinga.
is because like you were just immediately right out of the gate so judgmental about it, and I was like, why? Like I don't get it. Like why are you so like I mentioned Young Sheldon and you acted like I said something offensive, and it was like of course I had to defend him.
My guy, Young Sheldon. I have to defend him.
But like
Public servant for Young Sheldon. But
yeah,
what me listening to you say what I said, it makes me think like, yeah, I kind of had a point there because like they made Young Sheldon, right? And I feel like it's funny because I feel like the bulk of what I've seen of Young Sheldon, not the bulk, but like it's like 50-50, but like slightly leaning towards the side of I've seen more of his like brother's storyline, and I feel like that it like they leaned into that so far that like the brother's storyline has greater importance than whatever Sheldon is doing at college. Like Sheldon's just going to college and like I guess having friends and whatnot, whatever he does. And then his brother got his brother's teacher, he got pregnant, and then like they have a family now. Like,
yeah,
bro,
and guess what?
that's
They're
crazy.
getting another spin-off show. His brother's getting a spin-off show now. So
See, that's something I'd watch.
okay, and that's
not
fine.
something I'd watch, but like, because there's so many layers to that. Because if well, how my brain works is I feel like I'd have to watch The Big Bang Theory, then I'd have to watch Young Sheldon, then I'd have to watch that show.
Stupid. Do you?
And that's,
like it's
that's
like how
not
people watch
true.
Star Wars.
I don't have
It's
to
just-
do that.
You're just
That's just how my brain works. You know, I'm like I can't just like jump into the third iteration without having context of Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory, and then Young Sheldon in relation to The Big Bang Theory, and then seeing his brother's storyline, and then watching whatever extra they give in his brother's spin-off show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that to say, I think this is just a like a funny argument to have.
Yeah, I guess
over
so.
Young Sheldon of all things.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah,
If we
thanks
even
for
post
watching.
this.
I'll post it. Forget.
But yeah, just about 2:30
Yeah.
in the morning a.m. and I was planning on going to bed at like 12-ish tonight, but things happen. Get on tangents over whether it's
Yeah,
worth the watch or
things
not.
happen. People are
Based on my
stupid.
limited knowledge. Whoa.
Yeah, I said it.
Whoa.
Yeah, get mad.
I'm not mad at all.
Of course you're not.
Amazing.
At one point, I was literally gonna go, I hate you.
Bye, guys. It was all fake.